Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of SkyFactory. This is episode 5 of this series. When we left off, I was completed off the second layer. Let's just look here. Completed off the second layer of the island. I upgraded my Tinker's Construct tool, the sword with metal piece, and I upgraded my mob farm to automatically kill monsters automatically, and that thing has been going like crazy. So I completed out the Stone Age, and we started up on the Farming Age. First thing I did in between episodes was created the watering can. In fact, I created it and then upgraded it. So the basic watering can is just some stone with a bowl in the middle. That's the bowl is just 3 planks like that. It gives you 4 bowls, and then you put stone around it. It gives you a basic watering can. Go ahead and fill that up with water. You can utilize it with like that, but it's only going to be 1 block at a time. So I decided to go ahead and upgrade that to the 3x3 watering can, which is taking your watering can that you just made, putting 4 iron ingots around like that, and bone meal on top, and it makes a 3x3 watering can. Then you've got the reinforced watering can, which is a 5x5. That's pretty easy as well, with the exception of the Nether Star. If you remember in the past versions of SkyFactory, it took the watering can took a soul fragment for the reinforced watering can. It took a soul fragment, which means meant you needed to do the ritual to get your activated sigil, and then you get the unstable ingots that way. And that, if you remember those ingots, if you didn't get them from the crafting area into your out of your inventory and then back into the crafting area in 10 seconds, it would explode and kill you, and then you'd have to start over and do that part over again. Now you just need to kill a wither. It's not nearly as bad. I'm going to go ahead and wait though and do that part. The 3x3 watering can seems to be doing alright for the little stuff that I need. It basically just wheat growth right now. But yeah, that was a pretty easy thing to go ahead and knock out. The next thing I did, well, I already had this going. I've already crafted an Imperium seed, but just to recap on what that is, the Imperium seed is... They're not tight. There we are. Well, Tier 1 Imperium seed. It's just a seed with a whole bunch of Imperium essence around it. Pretty simple. So I went ahead and did that as well, like 1-2 episodes ago. Checked that one off, and then I started the food farm. That's my wheat growth farm right there. Yeah, it was actually really simple. We'll go take a look at all that stuff again here in just a minute. Well, one of the things I've done today is craft an iron seed. Crafting the iron seed definitely takes a lot more Imperium than I remembered. However, totally worth it. I've already got 2 of them. They're planted right now. This is the recipe to make the Imperium, or the iron seed. To break that all the way down, so you've got your Imperium essence. You've got to make those Imperium essence, pour those into a single Prudentium essence, and to do that you need the infusion crystal. This is how you make the infusion crystal. That's a diamond in the center, 4 Imperium essence all the way around. You can pick those up from mob drops, and then sounds like the family's having a good time upstairs. Then you got the prosperity shards, which you can get out of sieving sand through an iron stiff and mesh, and then put them in that pattern right there. It gives you the infusion crystal. It's got 1,000 uses on it. At that point, you can start making your Prudentium essence as well as your intermedium essence, which is taking 4 of those Prudentium essence and putting it around like this to create 1. So that's 16 Imperium essence to create 1 Prudentium essence. Let me So you need an entire stack of Imperium essence just to get the 4 for this, but on top of that you need tier 1, 2, and 3 seeds, which to get a tier 1 crafting seed, you make the base crafting seed, which is the 4 prosperity shards around a singular seed. To make the tier 1, it's 4 Imperium essence around the base crafting seed. To make the tier 2, it's the Prudentium. To make the tier 3, it's the Intermedium. So once you've got that tier 3 crafting seed, you can go ahead, put your Intermedium essence in around your tier 3 crafting seed, and then 4 iron all the way around. That gives you your iron seed right there. That's a tier 3 seed. So that's one of the other things I've done today. I'll show you that stuff here in a minute upstairs on the base. I've done some other things, but one of the big things I did between episodes is I really expanded out my basement area here and lit it up. Basically prepared it for power production, because that's primarily what I'm going to do down here. I may put a secondary just livestock farm, whether it's chickens, cows, sheep, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be else down here besides just power production. That's going to be the one thing that this is going to be used down here is for the power, and then potentially even a secondary livestock area. So let's go ahead and get out a third person view. Don't want to lose that. Head upstairs, and so here's my wheat field. We kind of cover a little bit of that. I've got that worm, still only one worm right here. I've got the big Imperium essence field. And here's my 2 iron essence seeds. I prepped another area for another seed set, just a 7x7. This was supposed to be a 7x7, ended up turning out to be an 8x7. Not a big deal, it's fine. But yeah, I've got a 7x7 here for something else later on. Not sure yet what that's going to be. I don't remember last episode if I showed you I've got cold chicken. I think I did. This thing's just been going mad with resources. Just in the vacuum chest alone, it's filled up, I don't know, 4 times in the last 2 hours easily. And you know, just trying to keep on top of this. And because of that, I've been trying to organize my eggs, the top level eggs that I have for each type here, and then 2 stacks of vanilla eggs, just in case I need to make anything else. I need to go ahead and throw these into that. So that not a whole lot, actually nothing's really changed here. I think I added 1 more pin maybe, but more than likely not. The other big things, I've got 3 cold chicken here. I'm going to be preparing that to feed into the Stirling generator here, so I've got a constant stream of coal going in. Alloy smelter, I'm pretty sure I had that going already last episode, as well as the auto sieve. I know I had that going already. One of the other things I did here, because I've had so much of materials, and manually making wood was getting very time consuming, so I went ahead and did a vanilla type vanilla meets ex nihilo mod dirt generator, basically. So got a chest on top of the hopper, into the wooden barrel, into another hopper, into another chest. I've got almost 3 stacks here just from today. That's when I set this up. It actually works really well. Basically, you just throw in here what you want to go ahead and turn into dirt. As you see, I got rotten flesh, chicken manure, eggs can go in. They work really well as well. You know, apples, anything that will turn into dirt in a barrel, you can do it this way. That way, you don't have to constantly sit there, you know, put 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, say 8 saplings in. It just automatically pumps it in out of the hopper from the chest, and then the hopper automatically pulls it out and puts it into that chest. That's a really nice way to go ahead and automate a dirt production. Then the other big thing, because I've had all of this other stuff just racking up in my chest over here, because I'm not quite to the point of having a refined storage system, which used to be what used to be the ME system, or the AE mod system. So I was kind of cleaned out a lot of the drawers, started putting them into storage drawers mod. As you see, I got a single basic drawer. I've got a 2x2 basic drawer, and then I've got a compacting drawer over here, redstone and then glowstone. You know, not a whole lot here. Outside of just making that to make your basic drawers, your 2x2, and caps lock. Storage, yep, can't spell. Storage. To make your storage drawers, your basic drawer is actually pretty simple. It's just a single chest, you know, 8 planks in a circle with in the center, and then 3 planks on top, 3 planks on bottom, gives you a single basic storage drawer, which is what these guys are. You can see the total count. If you shift and right click, you can on it, it'll open it up. It allows you to put in upgrades such as like your storage upgrades or your creative vending upgrades, just all these different types of upgrades. You know, so increase storage to 2 times base value. I pulled up a storage upgrade 3, tier 3, out of the mob farm, which is up to 5 times. I think I've got that one in, where did I put that guy? Right here. I put it into the planks right here. So, you know, that you can in and out right there. Also, if you look at the very top of the screen here, you've got the basic drawer, little grayed area that gives you the information of the gives you the information of what your crosshair, your center screen you're looking at. Stack limit 160, and I've got 160 times 5, and I've got 244 in there, so I've got plenty of space left for those. And then you see the little key icons up here as well on each one of those. Basically all that does is that if I take out every single item out of that drawer, it's going to hold that as a placeholder. So as you see here, I've got no uncommon loot bags and no common loot bags in here, but the icon still sits there. If I unlock that, those are going to go away. They should go away. Pull the key out. I pulled the key out of a loot bag. Right. Do that. Wonder if I try to put something else in here. Yep, there we go. So those just went away. I'm just going to keep them locked for now because I really have no reason to not have them locked. As you see, I still got a lot of stuff. This is still my ingot and ore chunk and random other things that pertain to smelting in this chest. And the rest of it's just scattered with other random stuff, worms, apples, loot. Your 4x4, or I'm sorry, your 2x2, your 4 drawer, that's pretty simple to make as well. It's 4 chests in the corners and then planks in the rest of it. That's going to give you 4 of these 2x2 blocks. So that's pretty nice as well. And you also have half drawers, which is a 1x2. You got framed drawers. I'm not quite too sure yet what these are capable of. 8 stacks per drawer, obviously, of a 2x2, but really, what's the benefit, in my opinion, what's the benefit of between that or that? I guess it's just a appeal or a different type of look. So that was one of the big things as well. I went ahead and upgraded the cobble generator and made another one as well, the block here. So it's now the tier 2, which if you remember here. So tier 1, it holds 32 blocks and makes 1 cobblestone every 40 ticks, which is 1 cobblestone every 2 seconds. The tier 2, which is a tier 1 inside surrounded by the iron, holds 64 blocks, so a full stack, and makes 1 cobblestone every 1 second. Remember, 20 ticks in the computer world is, or 20 ticks in the Minecraft world is 1 second in real life. So I'm making 1 cobblestone every 20 ticks or every second. So if I were to place this down, I should have a stack of cobblestone in 1 minute and 4 seconds. Tier 3 is my next goal. You know, it's going to be, tier 3 is the diamond surrounded by the tier 2. I'm sorry, tier 2 surrounded by the diamond. Tier 4 is blaze rods surrounding the tier 3, and then tier 5 is emeralds surrounding that tier 4. Those are going to be future upgrades as well. I'm going to go ahead eventually upgrade the Crucible to where it auto takes in from one of these 2 cobble generator blocks, probably this one here, since that's the one that's not hooked up yet. I've got to figure out how that's going to go ahead and output, because outputs to the top to the chest, I know, no problem. However, outputting to the bottom did not work earlier. I tried outputting from the side directly to it, didn't work either. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to use like a transfer node and not a transfer node, transfer conduit or transfer pipes. Transfer. So I've got the transfer node here. That's pretty easy. We'll go ahead and actually do that this episode, as well as see if there's anything else. I'm not going to be able to get to a diamond seed today, or these. I may be able to do a growth crystal or growth accelerator to speed up some of those crops. Definitely probably will not get to mastery fusion crystal. If I remember correctly, it takes a ton of resources to get there. Some of these could potentially also be options. You know, pretty much anything today could be an option. So I do want to go ahead and you know, start automating the Crucible there. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Pull that guy. It's full. Alright, don't care about any of that. I need stone, wood, redstone, and transfer pipes. There's redstone. Chest. I'm sorry, what was it? I need that and stone. So I got that, I got that. And grab those. Which I got stone. Which is in this chest here. Simple chest. Yep. Pretty easy. And boom, there's 4. Oops. Yep, screwed that up. Fix this. There we go. And now I'm automating my cobblestone directly into my Crucible. Let's see about exporting lava out into a tank. Singularity. Hey guys, so I noticed while I was checking the video after I finished recording just now that the game froze up on me, or the recording software froze up on me while I was working the getting the lava out of the Crucible. One of the things that I ended up doing was putting a tank here. Pretty sure what happened was I hit a key that threw me into a maximum window, and then it pulled me out of that, and that's when it locked up. But what I ended up doing was making a iron drum and some fluid conduits. when you configure the fluid conduit to extract out of the crucible and insert into the drum. And you can see the amount of lava down the bottom left at 6,200 some, now 256,000. To make that iron out of 256,000, that's 6,300 out of 256,000. I'm not 100% sure what the unit of measure is. I would assume it's like the standard 144 equals 1 ingot there. 1,000, each 1,000 is a full bucket. I would assume that's kind of what it stands for. Considering how long it's been running, I've only got 6,000. That makes sense to me. I got the cobblestone automatically popping into the crucible and then the lava coming out, which is awesome. To make that iron drum, that recipe is just like this. You got 3 iron on both sides. You got a weighted pressure plate heavy on top and bottom, and then cauldron in the middle. Cauldron's just 7 iron ingots like that. The pressure plate is just 2 iron ingots like that. So, and then you configure it in that manner right there. And in your crafting table, you go ahead and make it that way. Then the fluid conduit is this one here, the Ender IO. It's conduit binder. To get that, you gotta throw some binder composite in the furnace. To make binder composite, it's 5 gravel in a cross pattern with 2 sand on the sides and then 2 clay balls on the top. It makes 8 of those there. And you go ahead, like I said, throw it in the furnace, cook it down to conduit binder, which gives you 2 per 1 piece. And then from that point, it's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom with quite clear glass. To make quite clear glass, take just regular glass that you smelted down or use a furnace to make out of sand. 3 pieces of regular glass will give you 3 pieces of quite clear glass. This can be painted, it doesn't have to be though. Put them in this order here. Quite clear glass in the center, conduit binders on the top and bottom. You get 8 fluid conduits. And then there's no special half block or side block piece. It just automatically attaches up like that on both sides. And I will hopefully at some point figure out how to get it out of the drum. I think I can just take a bucket and pull it out that way. I'm not 100% sure though, so that's going to be something I'm going to be looking into in a little bit. Let's see here. Didn't do anything else. Just a little bit of cleanup over in the chicken area, and that's about it. So guys, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you guys have any comments, questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Even ideas for future episodes. Appreciate the time. Quick sell-out moment. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. That'd be fantastic. It's more of you guys that subscribe, the bigger the audience that I will be able to present my videos to, and more people that would see them. More ideas come in, and it makes the content even better. So again, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.